reflections of our hopes and dreams, of what we're here to see, 'cause we are born for greatness, born for greatness, everyday greatness, everyday greatness, born for greatness, born for greatness, every day, every day, every day, every day, yeah, yeah. There's a soul in every one of us, in every neighborhood, and I believe with all my heart, each soul is good, 'cause we are, here we go, born for greatness, born for greatness, everyday greatness, everyday greatness, born for greatness, born for greatness, every day, yeah, yeah. It isn't just a righteous star for all the world to see. We do great things every day, quietly, 'cause we are born for greatness, born for greatness, everyday greatness, everyday greatness, born for greatness, born for greatness, every day, every day, every day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, good.
Please take your seats.
I know.
What a pleasure it is for me, as always, to welcome each and every one of you to our service here at Unity of Fox Valley, and to see some old new faces, or new old faces, whatever the case might be. It's terrific. And I want to welcome those of you who may be tuned in on our YouTube channel. We are so grateful for you sharing your loving energy with us this morning as well. And a quick reminder, if you have not done so, would you please take a moment and silence your cell phones? Thank you very much. And I need to ask, do we have any first-time visitors with us this morning? Anybody here for the first time? Okay, then. With that, I would like to invite Pam to please come forward and share with us today's daily word.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm the prayer chaplain for today, so if any of you have any joys or sorrows or anything in between to share, or privately, confidentially, I'll be sitting right here, and if want to, we can also go in the room back there. So I'm here, all right, if you wish. So now I'll read today's daily word. We are prosperous in all ways. To be prosperous may include financial wealth and possessions, but it is so much more. It includes spiritual wealth and health, as well as joy and satisfaction. Today, we focus on the ways in which we are prosperous and realize the many ways we are blessed. We experience prosperity through material comforts, of course, but And this is what I feel is most important. We also feel prosperous through the amazing function of our physical body and our active minds. We are prosperous through the spiritual bond we have with God and the deep peace it gives. We are grateful for prosperity in its many manifestations. We give thanks. We are thoroughly blessed and prospered in mind, body, and soul. Now, this is from Isaiah 65. Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be brought to you, and the wealth of the nations shall come to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. Now please join me in praying our Spirit's Unfolding Vision prayer. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of technical problem with the TV this morning, but it's in the bulletin if you do not have it memorized at this point. Please join me. Guided by divine wisdom, inspired by divine imagination, centered in divine love, and knowing that God is our source, we boldly move forward in faith as we allow Spirit's expanding vision to unfold in our lives, the life of the spiritual community, and our world. Thank you, God. Amen. And now I invite you to please return to your feet and join in singing and praying the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Please be seated. This is the funnest part of the service in a lot of ways. It's a time for us to bless our children, so I invite our children and their teachers to please come forward so that we may do that. Let's do this glorious thing. We love you.
Love you.
We bless you.
Bless you.
We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you, and know that you are empowered to do great things.
You are a powerful, creative, spiritual being. You are a powerful, creative, spiritual being. You can create anything you want in this life. You can create anything you want in this life. The universe is on your side, and you are loved. The universe is on your side,
Well, the message is right around the corner, which will be preceded by a song. But before we do that, I want to introduce somebody that is well known to some of you, somebody who has had her heart in this church community long before I made an appearance in this church, somebody that I had the pleasure of meeting when we were both in ministerial school, and she was in the class ahead of me. And the first sermon message that I heard in the Fillmore Chapel was one that was given by her, and I was blown away by her spirit and her wit and her genuineness, okay? She's a lovely individual, and we are very, very honored to have Reverend Elizabeth Moore with us this morning. So we're going to have our song, and then she's going to come up and share with us her very important message on the gift of sensitivity. So with that,
the courage of a dreamer, the innocence of youth, the failures of foolishness that lead us to the truth, the hopes that make us happy,
Imagine I asked you this question. I said to you, I just love the way that your eyes work. It's just fantastic. You see things that I don't see. You're a better driver than I am. Would you feel that that was a nice thing for me to say to you? You have great eyesight. Feels good? Okay. Some of us, yes. Some of you are like, I don't know. I also really appreciate the way that you notice smells before I do. Like when we had a gas leak and you were the one who picked up on it before I did, and you saved all of our children. Would you feel good if I said that to you? Yeah. And now, what if I said to you, you are so sensitive, or better yet, you heard someone at work telling someone else that you work with, Jane, your name is Jane. Jane is so sensitive. Is that a compliment or an insult? Tana face says, I've experienced that myself, and most of the time, I think it's an insult. You are so sensitive, is usually the tone that you get with that. Or in a review with your boss, Elizabeth, you are so sensitive, maybe just a little too sensitive. I need you to toughen up. So sensitive, this word that's been around for a long, long time, it means to sense, to just use the senses that you have. In essence, that's what the word means. But it's come to mean something different, hasn't it? It means that you're weak or feminine, or that you're a snowflake. You're so sensitive. Stop being so sensitive. I didn't mean it. It was just a joke. That's gaslighting, by the way. So I'm so sensitive, and it really just means that you're good at seeing, you're good at hearing, you're good at connecting with other people, you can feel the feels, but it's turned into, in many circles, a pejorative. Well, I'm here to rescue this word. I am here to say, no, gosh darn it, you don't get to have that word. I like to rescue language when I can, when it's turned into something that it shouldn't be, sensitivity. We're going to talk about sensitivity is a gift. It's not a curse. Well, sometimes it is. It's usually a gift. Sometimes, for those who are sensitive, it's a little bit painful, but it's a gift. And you might say it's a gift from God. It's a gift from life, from nature. We have evolved to have sensitivity, which means there must be an adaptive purpose for it. It serves us. So sensitivity. Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, talked about sensitivity in this way. She said that we are to refine our physical senses. Our bodies are built of the very substance of God, the very substance of life, of nature. And our senses are the faculties through which we perceive. It's the only way that we interact with the world around us, is how we sense and perceive and take things in and connect with others. Otherwise, we're just a rock. But we have these senses that allow us to take in information, to think about things, and to then act on them. The fifth principle of unity, to be able to act on the truth that you know. So there is a special group of people that is especially good at sensing, and they're called highly sensitive people. HSP. Anybody heard of highly sensitive people? About a third of us have heard of it. All of you who know me have definitely heard of it. Highly sensitive people. It is a personality trait. It's a biological trait that you're born with or you're not. It's been studied. The NIH has written articles about it. There have been MRIs taken, and it was first coined back in about 1990 by a psychologist named Elaine Aron. You can find her online. But most of us haven't heard about high sensitivity, highly sensitive people. So I want to tell you a little bit about it today. And I'm guessing that some of you here in the room may already identify as a highly sensitive person. About 20, maybe 30% of our population are HSPs. They're running around, they're sitting next to you. They're out there, but most of us don't know about them because we're kind of stealth at times. And then another 20% are probably moderately sensitive. So do the math. Close to half of the population has a heightened sensitivity of some kind. And then there's all sorts of offshoots, like empathy. While not technically highly sensitive, empathy is a subset. People that have really good senses of hearing, you know, the people that it bothers them when you chew too loudly, that's a high sensitivity, not an HSP necessarily, but there are lots. How many of you are bothered by smells at times? A little perfume, a little candle that's too much? Right. So again, while you may not technically fall into the bucket of a highly sensitive person, which I'll give you a definition in a minute, we all have some level of sensitivity. We're all on a spectrum. So you're somewhere there. Maybe you'll identify with what it means to be highly sensitive. So what does it mean to be highly sensitive? There's 4 things. Uh-oh, now you have to get out something to write this down with. Oh, God, there's 4 things. So I'll give you another acronym. HSP, your first acronym. The acronym that you can use to see what is a sensitive person is DOES, D-O-E-S. First, depth of processing. Highly sensitive people, we think a lot. We think a lot, and we're processing and going through things. So depth of processing, overstimulation. Because we think a lot and take in a lot, we can get tired, we can get fatigued, noises and smells can get to us. We need to rest a little bit more often. Empathy. We have deep empathy and connection with other people. We feel all the feels that people are feeling around us. I have goosebumps right now, just thinking about the connection that I'm having with all of you right now. And then the last one is sensing, that we sense, and we sense subtle things. You know, like the way someone's eyes just twitch a little bit when you say something. No one else noticed it. Or you notice that smell down the hall that no one else notices. So we process deeply. We take in a lot of information. We can get tired, and we connect with people really deeply. So some of you may, at this moment, be thinking, I think that sounds a lot like me. And someone next to you is thinking, that sounds a lot like you. Some of you may start to think about it. Almost everywhere that I go, if I talk about it, someone will say, you know, I wonder if I might be highly sensitive. I was at a party last night, my friend Lilia's house, and one of her friends, the more I talked about it, the more excited she got, like, I think that's me. I think that's me. So she'll probably go home and Google it and find out. There's a test if you're interested. You can find a test easily online, 20 questions. Am I an HSP? Now, there's a new name for HSP that I also want to mention because sometimes I think highly sensitive is what tells people, oh, this is scary. I don't like highly sensitive people. They're full of drama. Oh, they're just too much. So the researchers have come up with something that they now really refer to it more as a trait, sensory processing sensitivity. It means that you are really good at processing and sensing. So SPS, HSP, whichever way that you want to call it, I tend to call it high sensitivity myself, just because I think that lands a little better. Or maybe we could say like superheroes at sensing. We're the superheroes of sensing. But because sometimes the population society tells us that it's something different, I think it's important that we know about this, whether you are one or you aren't one, whether you believe in this or you don't believe in this, but you know that there are people that are more sensitive than others. And yet there is this certain loud billionaire tech bro who famously said, empathy, same thing as sensitivity, empathy is the fundamental weakness of Western civilization. The fundamental weakness, not poverty, not disease, not the environment. It's us 20%ers that are the real problem here. Empathy is the fundamental weakness. Well, I say no. I say no, tech billionaire, no. It's not a weakness, it's a gift. And why is it important to talk about it? Because it's a gift that a lot of people can offer that if we're not open to it, we're not aware to it, or worse than that, we're vilifying it. bullying it and making it go into the shadows, then we are missing a whole bunch of relationship and information and growth and potential and possibility for the world. Because in the back of the room in a meeting that you're in, there's someone quietly, maybe not saying anything, but processing the heck about what's going on and visualizing a future and seeing potential and seeing danger. I mean, that's what our senses are designed to do, essentially. Root out danger, right? The saber-toothed tiger that we were all wired to find. So we're wired to look and to say, is there a problem here? That's what our eyes are searching for. That was what we're listening for. And there's two ways to handle that danger primarily, because they have found that about 10% of animal species also have HSPs in their herd. So most of the herd gets scared and does what? Run away. But 10% of them are also thinking, I'm not sure. Was that really what they thought it was? I'm going to stop and I'm going to think. Now, sometimes they're probably the one that gets eaten by the saber-toothed tiger. But there are other times where they're the ones that are quietly reflecting for even a second to say, oh, I know what that is. Or those that are ignoring it, they can be the canary in the coal mine that says, I am recognizing something. How many times have some of you probably experienced that in your workplace? Like you see something, you've got an idea, but you're kind of pushed aside because everyone else isn't getting it. No one else has seen it yet. The future tellers, the people that see what's coming, environmentalists. So here is an example of what the difference is when you live as an HSP versus a normal. That's my joke. Everyone's normal. I'm normal. But we'll just say HSP, non-HSP, and you're in a rainstorm. So, the normal people out there, you put on your rain jacket. And this is how you experience the rainstorm. And what does the rain do? It hits the jacket, it goes off, it doesn't hit you. Maybe a little bit comes in here. And so you feel a little bit of the sense of the rain. But if you are an HSP, you are a sponge. All the rain collects in this sponge. It doesn't just bounce off of you. It collects, and it collects, and it collects, and it collects. So I'm the sponge, and you're a raincoat. And the raincoat person is wondering, why are you so wet? I'm not wet. Why are you wet? Because I'm wired a little bit differently. I'm experiencing more than you are at this moment, at this time. So that can help those of you that are around sensitivity understand it. Like, why can't you just ignore that? I would love to. And here I am. And it's going to take me some time to ignore it. And I'm going to have to go over here and do something extra to squeeze it out to come back to be where you are. But in the meantime, I have also captured some rain, which I'm able to squeeze onto this plant, which you weren't able to capture. So we both have something to offer. It's not a good or bad. It's not a binary. It's both and. Here's another example of how I look at the traits of sensibility: depth of processing, overstimulation, empathy, and sensing. It's sort of like Sherlock Holmes meets Phoebe Buffay from Friends. Sherlock Holmes notices everything, right? He comes into the room and everything, and he hears and he notices, and he's got all these ideas before you've even stepped in. Phoebe Buffay, she's loving everybody. She notices things. She's aware of how you're feeling. She loves everybody, especially the smelly cat. Because no one else smelled it, just Phoebe smelled it because of her nose. So, Phoebe Buffay meets Sherlock Holmes. A great cop meets a great caring person. To me, that sounds pretty good. So what happened? If sensitivity was a neutral thing, it's just something that we're endowed with, it's a good thing, comes from God, it's divine, it's positive, it helps us survive. How did we get here that sensitivity means that you're weak? Because centuries ago, it was seen as a strength. Indigenous people see sensitivity as a blessing. Those are their leaders, those that are sensitive. The age of sensibility, think of Jane Austen. Sensitivity, sensibility. You were considered wise, you were considered revered if you were sensitive to what was going around. So when did it change? Something called the Industrial Revolution. For all it's good, and it is good, I'm not anti-industrial revolution, but you gotta look back and see that's when it changed. When people became not as important as machines, profits over people. We need to move fast. We need to get this done at any cost. So anything that would slow us down, anything that would cause us to reflect, anything that talked about people first, or wanted to look at more ideas and take some of the speed out of what we were doing, was pushed off to the side. And then it was labeled feminine. Well, that's what women do. That's what weak people do. We are strong. We're going to get things done. We're going to make those quarterly profits no matter what. And slowly, sensitivity became something negative. So we're here today to start to turn that around where we can. In small circles like this, where it's safe. Where it's safe to be sensitive. Would you feel safe being sensitive in your Unity Church? I would hope so. Are you as safe at work, at a political rally, somewhere out in the world, admitting that you're sensitive? Maybe not so much. So let's make it safe everywhere for people to be able to be sensitive. Because when we bully or we belittle sensitive people, what we're doing is we're discarding artists and peacemakers, people that think deep, people that research. Those are all things that none of us want to get rid of. And they can live alongside of profits. I would argue that sensitivity can actually help increase profits, to see what others aren't seeing, to also value the human capital in addition to the physical capital. But that's a whole nother talk. And religion, of course, is a place where sensitivity is generally valued. And we read in 1 Kings, Elijah is talking to God. Ooh, hello. The Daily Word liked that I brought up Elijah. Elijah is trying to find God and looking everywhere, and God, will you please talk to me? And he looks in the earthquake. There's an earthquake, but that's still not God. There's water. That's still not God. There's fire. There's wind. That's not God. That's not God. But when that all calms down, where does he find God? In a still small voice. Over and over again, Christ in you, your hope of glory. Unity's favorite bumper sticker. Christ in you, that still small voice that comes from listening and reflecting and going within. So we do it here at Unity all the time. We know one of the secrets of living. Meditation, going inside, listening. And it's not just Unity people. So here are a few folks that have identified as highly sensitive, and a few that people guess are sensitive, and a couple that I personally have labeled as HSP, even though they're not here to defend themselves. So Alanis Morissette, the singer, she's actually done a documentary with Elaine Aron, who came up with the phrase high sensitive person. It was on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's there now, but she's done a lot of work with Elaine and did a whole video, a whole documentary talking about the trait and what it's meant for her as an artist. And she's just like me in the sense that once she found out, everything made a lot more sense. Oh, why do I cry at things that other people don't cry at, especially McDonald's commercials? Oh, it's the sensitivity thing. Why have I thought through something so much longer than anybody else? Or why do Arturo and I, my husband and I, experience different parties when we go out? So we'll go to a party and afterwards we're in the car And I'll be like, wow, did you notice that Betty was a little bit quiet tonight? I think there might be something going on with that. Arturo, no, I didn't notice that. Oh, okay, well, what did you think of the food? I thought the cheese was exactly like the kind we had last time. Oh, no, I don't remember. And on it goes. And in the end, it's like, what party did you go to? And he says, what party did you go to? We've been to 2 different parties. And sometimes I want to go to the Arturo party. I want to not notice the things that I notice. And sometimes he wishes that he notices more things. And that's why we're a good match. Somewhere in between, we manage to put it all together. And there are ways. It's not that I am a victim of being a highly sensitive person. I can learn to tune things out. I literally carry earplugs with me everywhere I go. I can literally tune out when I need to if I start to get overstimulated. Number of you probably have earplugs, I bet, somewhere on your person today, because it's not just sensitives that are dealing with a loud world out there. So Bruce Springsteen, he writes a lot about his sensitivity. He is probably a highly sensitive person, and my goodness, look at what he's accomplished and what he's given out into the world. That's the artist side of sensitives. One that you're probably going to love, Mr. Rogers. What an empath. I mean, he changed all of our lives on some level. I mean, the thought that went into that show and how he put it together and the emotion that he put with it. Eleanor Roosevelt, a deep thinker who cared deeply about people. I'd like to be in that club. The Eleanor Roosevelt Club sounds good to me. And also, Nicole Kidman, and probably a lot of actors. The sensitivity, the processing that they go to build a character, the way that they need to connect emotionally and interpersonally. A lot of actors, artists, probably sensitive. But probably my 2 favorite sensitives, Jesus and Buddha. I mean, think about Jesus. He had to go away from the crowds. He would get overstimulated. When he went to raise Lazarus from the dead, is the famous quote where it says that he wept. He came and he knew that he was going to raise up, as the story tells us, that he was going to raise Lazarus up. There was no need for him to be emotional, but everyone around was emotional, and so he wept. Just like if one of you starts right now, I will be crying with you. When they sang Human Heart, I started to feel the tears when Mike talked about how we met. Right now, this is a highly sensitive person, tears, because I feel it deeply. And I wouldn't give it away for anything. So Jesus wept. He stepped away. Lord knows what he put together, and his following required a lot of processing, and he was aware. And the Buddha did the same thing. When he left the palace, because he no longer wanted to be there, and he was curious, he had the 4 sights. He saw that there was a corpse, someone suffering, an old man, and a wise man. And then he went away for 40 days also to deeply process what was going on and came up with an entire teaching system and really addressed suffering in a way that no one else had. Everyone else walked past all of those things. The Buddha noticed things that other people didn't notice and put them together in a way that no one else did. So now that we're aware, okay, there is this thing, high sensitivity. Now what do? Well, there's 2 paths to take here. Number 1 is if you are a highly sensitive person, or you think you might be, or you might be married to one, or you might be raising one, high sensitivity. If you are a highly sensitive person, the first thing is, like most things, acceptance. Make peace. Look for the blessings. Use your unity tools. What could be good in this? And notice, be aware of, well, then where am I challenged? For instance, I have a lot of different foods that just don't sit well with me. If you've ever gone out to eat with me, you know what a pain this is. But I've got to make sure that there's a few things that just aren't in my food, most assuredly green and red peppers. Put that on your pads. Anytime you bring anything to the potluck, please no peppers. Peppers. Things like that. Oh, well, now I just know every time I go out to eat, no matter what I order, including chocolate pudding, I ask, are there any red or green peppers in the pudding? Always. Simple. No longer do I get served something that then becomes a little bit of a drama. So know how to manage what your particular sensitivity is. Not everybody has a food thing. Not everybody has the ear thing. They have different things. And even if you aren't exactly a highly sensitive person, the same thing applies to whatever sensitivities you do have. Take care of yourself. Carry earplugs. Avoid concerts. Or if they don't bother you, then go to concerts because they make you feel good. Most highly sensitive people are introverted. I'm one of the exceptions. 20% of us are extroverted. But most introverts know how to manage themselves better. So as an extrovert, I have to do a little extra work, like, one less party this weekend, Elizabeth, one less party, and you'll be better on Monday morning. And you can also educate yourself. There are a million sites on the Googly that you can find that will tell you everything you need to know besides the test. Find out more about highly sensitivity. There is even a highly sensitive community that you can join online. And you will get all sorts of information that makes you feel really good about the gift that you have and helps you balance the downside of it. So if you aren't an HSP, well, the first thing that you can do is be kind. That's what we would ask you to do in a Unity church anyway. Kindness. Use the faculty of love to be understanding when you are dealing with somebody. The best example that I ever saw of this was my cousin, Kathleen. My niece, Emma, about 7 or 8 years old, she was having a bit of a tantrum. And I think she probably is highly sensitive. And something really hit her, and she was crying and crying. And this is my reaction. Stop crying. Clenched teeth. I'm channeling my mother. Stop crying. And that's what I grew up with. That's how I was treated when I was crying. Would you please just stop crying? And Kathleen did something totally different, and we were raised by twins, so she was raised exactly the same way that I was. And she went over to Emma and just said, it's okay, you can cry, I'm here, I know, yes, it hurts, pat, 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 kindness, love, attention. And I stood there like I had just seen a miracle. I didn't know you could treat someone that way when they were crying. Maybe I'd never even seen it before. But a parent just letting you cry, not making you feel guilty about it. Parenting sensitive children, for those of you that do it, I mean, that is a skill. That is a skill. And I don't know if Kathleen felt that way, but that's how she treated Emma. And Emma calmed down. So we can treat the children and the sensitive folks in our life with compassion, the power of understanding. We can be as Jesus and Buddha call us to be, filled with compassion and understanding. We can also look for, especially if you work with folks like this, I wonder if they have some ideas that they aren't actually sharing. You know, the quiet person in the room that hasn't said anything. They may be thinking, and if you reach out and, hey, I noticed I didn't hear from you in the meeting. I was wondering, did you have any ideas about, sometimes you draw people out, introverted or sensitive. So being aware allows you just to open up and to see the possibilities. So hold that vision for me, a world where we know about sensitivity. We recognize it, we embrace it, we help manage it when needed. If someone asks you, could you turn the volume down a little? Maybe turn the volume down a little? I don't know. I'm just saying. But don't ask at a restaurant. They're going to tell you no. It's all about noise. So imagine that kind of world where we value inclusively all the abilities that people bring. And we don't have to label one that we don't have or that we don't understand or that we don't personally value as much. We don't have to label it the death of civilization. we can just say, that's a difference. That's a difference. And see if you don't run into some highly sensitive people in the next few days or weeks. Or maybe you'll see it out there, and maybe you're sitting next to one, or maybe you'll realize that you are one. But have fun with the highly sensitive journey. People like me, we appreciate it. We're here for you. We care a heck of a lot. And we know that you do too. So let's take that into meditation. Just gently close your eyes, and they're going to sing first? Okay. They're going to sing first as we start to consider a world that's a little bit different. All is well. All is well. And we gently close our eyes if it's comfortable. And I turn within to a sacred time to connect with the divine, to rest in peace. To let go of any cares and let them drift away. For this moment is perfect and peaceful. And I let the breath guide me deeper and deeper. To the core of who I am. Radiant, joy-filled, loving, strong. I am those things. And that which is in me connects with everyone else in this room, in this world. All of us. Peaceful. Connected. And for a few moments I rest, knowing this, sensing this, in the silence, in the silence. And I am grateful for this time of healing, of quiet in a busy world, to be all that is asked for me to be. I am awake. I am alive. I am here to serve, to love. I am here, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. You're so great.
Reverend Elizabeth, thank you ever so much for sharing your gift with us this morning. And now it's time for our sacramental giving and receiving. I invite you to take your love offerings, your investments in this church community, this church family. Hold them to your heart and understand that you truly do have the power to bless. Whatever dollars and cents you might be contributing make a difference in keeping the lights on, but it also is very instrumental in a way in keeping the love flowing in this community. So join me now in praying our affirmations. God is my instant, constant, abundant source of supply, and divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all the good that I am, I have, I give, and I receive. And divine love flowing through us blesses and multiplies all the good that we are, we have, we give, and we receive.
Along the summer day, in the shining sun, talked about the days gone by and your darkest night. I watched you in the rain, under the sun. I saw you heal away your pain. Love gone by never leaves, it stays a lifetime through. A song sung a million times was written just for you. Grief
remains a lonely sound that cannot be undone. Angels come to hold you close, shine the light around. Don't regret the path you took. Hold on to you. I watched you heal away your pain. Hold your heart to the light. The prayer depends on you. Unseen guides, they show the way and sing a prayer for you. I watched you in the rain, under the sun. I saw you heal away your pain. I saw you heal away your pain. I saw you heal away your pain.
I always want to acknowledge our music team and the hard work that they put in order to crystallize in a very meaningful way the love that is shared in this church. Thank you, guys. And now it's time for your favorite part of the service, the announcements. And I'm going to ask Reverend Jan. We have a plethora of reverends today. We're going to ask Reverend Jan to please come and share a special announcement.
You know, like how you have flocks and groups and. Hi there. First of all, I just want to say thank you. I am just overwhelmed with the creativity and the generosity when we put out a call for contributions for our silent auction, for our golden celebration coming up in just a couple of weeks. There are thousands of dollars worth of wonderful things that we have that have been volunteered for the silent and the live auction. There's just a little sample of what you might find. There's the Pamper Your Pup basket, worth about $165, so all good things for your pup. There's gift certificates for Shop Geneva, all those great little shops along 3rd Street. There's also a kitty basket. So it's not just pups, it's kitty basket with, again, toys and fun stuff. There's a luscious lavender basket for pampering and relaxing. There's an olive oil selection and a movie popcorn bucket selection. Get your fall on, some wonderful fall decorations and gift certificates. We are heavy on the gift certificates for this particular silent auction. There's a worker bee bucket, I've labeled it that. Anything you need, tools and supplies to accomplish anything around the house, and also with wonderful gift certificates attached from Menards. There's 2 hours of music lessons from our own Kitty, and there'll be more details to follow on that. I think this is so neat. It's a granny bundle. It's a whole bunch of wonderful toys and things to play with your grandchildren. And there's a getaway weekend in Galena. Oh, let me tell you, I just gotta say, even if you don't wanna come for the yummy dinner, and it's gonna be yummy, and the dancing, and the fun and the camaraderie. Come to shop because you will get some deals. So we know it's the Labor Day weekend, September 4th is the date. Friday night, great food, great music, great fun, and please be ready to work that silent auction. So again, thank you for your generosity.
Thank you, Reverend Jan. Just a little bit more. If you are still considering coming and you haven't bought tickets, today is really kind of the deadline to do so. We will be giving a number to the Lincoln Inn for that dinner dance this week. So don't be hesitant. You know, there are a lot of attractions. You don't have to listen to the minister. You could just enjoy a good food and camaraderie and reunite with people maybe that you haven't seen for a while. But today is the day. And always we want to emphasize, if you would really, really like to be there and you have trouble with the affordability of it, do not let that stop you. We have angel tickets for anybody who might be in that position. So just see me or see Mickey at the table after the service, okay? Women's retreat. Registration begins today, I'm told, and runs through September 13th after the service. Treat yourself and join the ladies for the day. $70 for boxed lunch, or spend the night Friday or Saturday. This says 0. It can't be right, but we'll double check that out. There is a place to stay at the Nazarene Retreat House, okay? Game night is next Saturday at 7 p.m. It's an opportunity to come together in a fun atmosphere, a little bit of competitiveness. It was yesterday? Be sure to come for the game night in September. It's going to be really good. You're going to have a blast, okay? Children are welcome and all that kind of good stuff. Now, here's one that's very current. Don't mess me up on this one, Nate. Line dancing. The women's group is having a line dancing learning session today following the brunch. Okay, if you're wearing your comfy shoes, just come upstairs and learn the basics of line dance. You will review 2 or 3 very simple dances, and we will only have dancers facing one way. There'll be no exotic twists and turns in the patterns. And we hope that you'll join us for this fun event. And this is being led by Mary Noruzzi and Susan Renard. Right?
Yes.
Susan, what time would you like people to be here?
I'd say enjoy a quick lunch and then let's try to come up no later than noon so that we get you out by 1. Does that sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
Mike has to finish up.
And a technician is on her way to try to remedy the dark screen. So Susan will be here in about a half an hour to try to take care of that. That concludes our announcements.
Reverend Mike, can I just remind everybody that
Yes.
to fill out your sunflowers with your favorite memory of unity or a favorite person or even a memory of a person who has passed on. Please add that to the tree. We want to fill that tree up with beautiful sunflowers. Thank you.
My pleasure. That concludes our announcements, and so I invite you to stand and confer upon one another our congregational blessing by turning to the person next to you or maybe across the aisle, and then remain standing for our prayer of protection and our sing out to the peace song. Okay? We love you.
With you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you, and know that you are empowered to do great things.
And our prayer of protection, the light
And God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let me hear you.
Let there be Can I have a quick hands up on who's coming to line dancing?